Hello, hello. Welcome to another ES Futures trading stream. Today is Tuesday, September 30th. It is 9:42 a.m. Eastern Time in the US. Um, we have uh, we have jolts coming in 10 minutes, and there's a lot. There is some peculiar weak inventory here. A particular weak inventory in both sides of this market. As you can see here, we got these shorts here, right? That got something out of the market during the overnight. I don't consider the overnight to be relevant because volume is really low, right? But something may come out. I think something may come out of this. I consider actually consider the inventory very short time frame inventory being short here. I'm not talking about regular trading hours. I'm not talking about daily. I'm not talking about weekly, monthly, much less monthly, but a very short time frame inventory that started to get short actually from this area here. This when the market closed this distribution yesterday, we had something. I guess the streaming was up yesterday when I was talking about this. You know how I wanted to I was looking to the upside and wanted the market to come to this area to get along, but actually it didn't get through this what I call maybe support, which is also the 6700, right? And but after I closed, I got into this. The aiming of this movement was the play actually was some sort of short covering that may come out at the end of the day, which we did have, right? We did have something here at L. The market gave us an opportunity. I hope you get something out of that. But notice where AM is located, right? How this push was not really something serious. It was some sort of rebalancing and move, right? The actors that were behind this money were only short-term trading. What followed after that is even more questionable, right? So we have short inventory that's extremely short term and very risky actually. You know, I consider the short side being super risky right now, but one of the main things of this business is uncertainty, right? We never know what's going to happen, what may come. As I say, jolts are coming in 10, 15 more minutes. And and we have this build up here, right? And a very specific shape here of this overnight profile. And if you check your indices, you will see that Nasdaq, ES were doing one thing, while Russell and the Dow were doing the opposite thing, right? And when that happened, two things can happen, right? It's either one of them matches the other ones, or they continue just like that, and the also rotation actually increases. And with the market opening inside previous range, odds of rotation are high. This is Nasdaq. The same thing that we have in the upper side last week is what we have in the lower side. This inventory here, I don't follow Nasdaq the same way with the same detail that I do with the ES, but both of them are very Most of the time, both are what I'm seeing. And the weekend or the opening of the week gave us something here. Okay? You can see whenever you see these kind of formations, you know, it is, if there is something. I mean, this market has a lot of things that make that can happen during this week. That this long, well, they were just so. It would have been so reckless to be long here during this day, having this kind of inventory in the overlay. Because, and why I say that, because below this low there are stops. If I want to maximize this, right? Below these lows there's stops. Below this one more stops. Below this one more stops all the way down to here, right? It is not coincidence that everything started with where this what I call support is. Most people are checking the 67, which I think now has something because of the tremendous amount of volume of blocks that are here. But on the upper side, we have the same thing that's coming from this day, which my bad, not up here, but up here. Right? It came from this day at the close with tremendous amount of volume, right? And the market make a stand here at the close. Very hard trade to take yesterday. I was stopped out multiple times here before finally getting part of my move, something out of this. But the expectation was not a big round, right? It was not having a big round. I didn't expect something huge out of this. What else? Okay, I guess everything comes down to what happens at 10 a.m. Right? I expect the odds, not I expect the odds of rotation or chop are really high here. There is, let's remove this thing. We know the condition of this inventory. The shorts, those who were shorting here, or something else, you can see a 45-degree line here, right? I was hoping or wishing to get something out of this before or at the opening, but the movement happened before the opening, and it kind of like rebalance some of this inventory here. No? Why I say a 45? Because the market keep trying to go lower. You can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 times or whatever, and each time the market had less and less. And I can pretty much divide the market. I mean, the overnight, right? In 2 sessions, right? You got this one, and I got this one. I am splitting. You can see this is tremendous chop here. Inventory could have been, this market could have been higher here or could have been lower, but the resolution was to the downside here. But this is again very extremely short time frame. The weakest of traders are here right now in this market. Kind of like showing the direction. What can happen with that inventory? It can go in the other direction really fast. Okay, so be aware of that. I'm trying to keep that in mind. Now, from yesterday, my main piece of information is this distribution being closed. It's not working as it worked last week. I am seeing the same playbook trying to be replayed this week. It is going to work? I have no idea, but I can see that they're attempting to do the same. Okay. Now, the same thing that I can see here during the overnight, I can see here during regular trading hours as well. I got short inventory here. It looks like liquidation actually. And short covering here. Long inventory that looks like short covering from the day previous. So there's not too much here, right? The market, there's a lot of uncertainty for me here. We got jolts. The most important thing out there right now is the potential shutdown that we can have. Having that in having that uncertainty, that cloud hovering over the market, anything that I can have here or we can have here really has tremendous amount of risk, right? If, for example, if I got a long, there is negative news, the market can just, come down crashing here. Or if you have a short, if some kind of news, some positive news come, the market can start a really very massive short coming rally as well. It can go in both directions here. So got to be very careful here. Have patience, and having that the potential, right, for change here in this market is here. Yeah, but it can be in any direction. It can be in any direction here. Got to be very careful. I had something here, email though. I couldn't. I got a long in the pre market. Look at that. Look at what happened now. That kind of breaks make me look to the upside actually. Do you see how this market just went down like five points in like a fraction of a second? I want to see, man. I want to see. I didn't see any news really. This market can be very sensitive to news now. Russell is still inside previous day range, has a nice selling tail. The Dow has potential to the upside. Nasdaq is below yesterday's range. The ES inside is trying to get outside range. So all the indices are doing different things. When that happens, the other rotations are also increasing. Now, this was a very questionable low. That one has been repaired. Now this low is very questionable. Okay, this is very questionable low here. Look where the buying is coming from, right from this one. And where it came yesterday, right from saddle to the tick, right? It was exactly saddle. This low is not good. This low is not good, but so is this high. Now, the more the market comes towards these levels, the weaker it becomes. You know what? I am going to get 3 minutes, 4. Jolts. This can be a huge movement to the downside or to the upside. Or we can see some whipsaw here happening as well, right? Market coming down to take these stops and then coming back taking stops, or doing the opposite way. This market is getting kind of short right now. Gotta be very careful here, man. Very careful. I just close a long here. Really, I don't wanna get into this news with positioning. I don't want anything here. Let's see what happens. I will pay special attention to these histograms. Okay, we have accumulation around 70. What is this? 6703. Okay, this is a volume POC. This green here is POC based on volume. I don't check that, but I know traders use that reference a lot. Okay. I don't care about the overnight. I mean, once. Okay. Never mind. Alright, hey, what do we have here? No, the reaction is muted here. Not that much, really. Jolts opening 7.2, forecast 7.2, previous 7.1. It was no surprises there. This is POC, this is value forming. Values inside the previous day value. POC right at the opening. I wonder if this halfback can be moved. Okay, if this comes up here, halfback will come just, halfback may come down to here. Alright, I guess I'm getting too anxious here. Just want to see what happens here, man. Nasdaq is back inside previous day range. Kind of like all these indices are lining up now. At least all them are inside previous day range now. Depending on the conditions of the market, today's low that matches yesterday's low, right? You can see when the market is dominated by short time, very short time frame trading participants, you will see that those kind of references holding, right? The thing is, you can get something out of that. But the thing is, when the conditions of the market change, right? When there is change in the market, traders have a tendency to try to keep doing the same, and that's when you start to give back whatever gains you may have had, and or also when losses may start to accumulate. This can be the objective. This high is very exposed. There's a lot of there's a lot of stops in this area here. There was not even an attempt to take this volume out. Sixteen. Now, relative to yesterday, remember what happened yesterday when the market reached this level? It was pushed. It was just rejected. Right? Higher prices were rejected. I don't know. I'm not sure. I wouldn't be that sure if that would be the case today. Now, as inventories are building up here, you can see liquidation, you can see short covering. Wow, look at that, man. Look at where this is coming from, zero. What? This is yesterday that came down from zero. You know, some buying come from zero, and now the selling is coming out from zero. Huh? That's interesting here. It's interesting. We may have a high or a low here. We might have a high and a low. Maybe this market, I think maybe oh. Huh. I guess I'm looking for a trade here. Oh, which is not a good thing. Because if you look for a trade, you will find it. Russell is below. Russell will get out of range. Oh, the Dow is getting weaker. I guess if it all comes down to the ES. If the ES takes this low, we may see something to the downside. Now this area is holding here. I am tempted to get a short if this area falls here. Maybe just taking profits, start taking profits just here. Can you see how this area is holding here? Nine minutes. And look at what happened yesterday. Huh. It's not attracting volume. It's not attracting volume, it's just drying here. I want to see this low is corrected here. I got a short here. As soon as this market comes back around through this area, I'm out. It didn't have it, man. It didn't have it. But this action has not finished it here to the downside, not to the upside. Oh boy. No. Okay, I'm out. I notice how it dries here. Okay, let's make another attempt here. Oh, it was a stop already. This can come back really fast to the upside. It's taking too much. That 6700 is holding really good down there. It's a lot of chop here. Okay, I am down here. Oh yeah. This area is the 6700 is holding really good here. It's very questionable, but who cares, right? Why I get a short here? Because of the dynamics here. We have a base here. We have a base here that settled yesterday. Very mechanical trading here. Very mechanical trading. I was aiming the market to take this one out because the selling was coming from this level. From settle. But the chop is just too much chop here. Inventory is being accumulated here on both sides. I got short, lot of shorts, lot of long inventory here. It has no direction yet. It's coming back to the opening. What do you have? Have you done anything here? Now, I want to see here. Now the next thing is the possibility of a sequential trade here. We are inside value area, inside yesterday value area as well. Russell is going down. The Dow is inside. Nasdaq is coming back. Is coming back inside previous range, which targets the opposite side. Alright. Now I'm going to say that I guess it all comes down to Nasdaq now. Interesting. That's interesting here. It's interesting. It comes down to Nasdaq. We leave that. There's a lot of back and forth around this low here. If this one holds, we may say downside towards this area. If not, I guess POC can be the target, which is 840. That would be how many points? Like 60 points. This tremendous amount. Whoa, that's crazy, man. I guess this can be a good trade. Maybe 5 points here below the low. That can be a good area. A good target can be maybe 830. Let's put that 830. Let's put that 830. I have an insider here in Nasdaq. Might be something here in Nasdaq actually rather than ES. Ooh, look at that. That's a nice inside bar, man. That is a nice inside bar. The center of today's range is right yesterday's low. They're trying to push this market lower. They're attempting to go higher, that failed. No, they're trying to go the opposite side now. Let's see if we can get above the 70. That's resistance now. 70 right there. Right there. Right there. Let's put a stop there. Oh, I was stop out. Oh, come on. Oh, this is crazy, man. Now that 70 is support now. 70. Let's see what the market does with this. Let's see what Nasdaq does with that inside bar. I'm checking Nasdaq now. I'm using Nasdaq as a because it has an inside bar, and that one, the resolution that inside bar can mark some sort of direction. I guess the ES is support here, is supporting the market, and Nasdaq is trying to show the direction here. You know, selling coming from this low, that's no good. The market comes down lower, maybe any buying or selling from this area is not good. Oh, look at this, man. Look at this accumulation volume in the ES. Huh. Gosh, man, there's a lot of volume that's pushing lower here. Isn't it? Why this? We need to have patience here. Oh, I need to be patient here. I got a chance to... Oh, come on, man. Look at this. Right here. This one right, the halfback. Very short time frame trading going on here. Very short time frame trading going on here. Look at these reds, man. Not... Oh... I'm not paying attention to blocks now. Okay. Let's put this 8:30. I say 8:30, right? 8:30. Come on, come on, come on. 8:30. Come on, come on, come on. Give me 30. I'm going to put my 8:27. What do you think? Okay, I have moved my stop here. Right? This is very close to this. There may be some selling coming out of here because it's an inside bar. It still hasn't. I still did not have a resolution here. The low is very questionable. And I'm out here. But I am moving. I am not leaving my stops. Right? I don't. I am keeping my stops. I guess maybe too tight, but the risk is too high, man. The risk is too high. I have several times I had a chance to actually to go to get the green, but I did not adjust to my stops, and the market came back to my stop and stopped me out and go in the move, the direction of the move. Look at this! Look at this! What is this? 7. Huh. Check this out, okay? If Nasdaq cannot take this high out, look at the downside here. You get a good odds that ES can take this, is aiming to take this 16 something. But both markets are the dominant force is short-term trading here. Very, very short-time trading. There's nothing else here. And when that happens, the inventory that can build, or the inventory guys holding the movement, either in the long or the short side, can be reversed, right? It's not that powerful, really. You know, in the market, for example, what I mean with that, this is an inside bar, right? This is an inside bar. Everybody knows this is an inside bar, you know, and they are going to go long as soon as this high is taken out. But if this one is not taken out, then it can aim to the lower side, to this one, and the breakout can actually happen in the opposite direction. And what is going to happen with all these longs here? Notice what's happening to value. in Nasdaq, value is here. Well, let's highlight this. This is value, and value is overlapping lower in Nasdaq. The ES value is inside. All these markets are doing different things, so the odds of rotation are high here as well. I don't have anything here right now. I'm flat. So this guy here, I'm going to highlight the weakness. Right now this is half back, okay? Remember that. Right now it's half back. If the market has upside or downside extension, you won't see that anymore. But right now it's half back. Daily half back. Which is a very weak base for any kind of movement that happens out of that. Any kind of movement to the upside. This is that low as very, very questionable, man. Look at that. This POC, I mean, this is half back of the day. This is where it opened. This is current half back. It's down here. Let's what color? Let's do it this one. Nah. Half back. Let's make it this color. All right. Exactly to half back. That's not good. That's not good. The risk is high here to the long side. This is the most important thing to me right now. This one here. This area here. This low is not good, man. Rotation, right there, rotation here. The ES has become rotational. The Dow had a chance to print an outside bar to the downside. It did not, which increases the odds of rotation as well. Russell is so far a trending day. The chop of this market, man, the chop. If this low falls, we can see a quick downside here. It didn't get to my. I was aiming here to the 30. It did not get it. But I could capture most of this movement here. I'm still right, man. I'm still right. For 2 points. Well, the thing here in trading is you shouldn't care about the profits here, profits or losses. But you should focus is in. Now this level has fall here. You should focus here in your trading. in your system, right? Profits and losses are just a consequence of how good you follow your plan. Look at that, man. Look at that. This one has been corrected here. Now we have a perfect balance in Nasdaq. Now the aim. Let's see if we can reach this low. This what is this? The 85. Potentially the ultimate could be 70 to 80 in the ES. It's getting out of range. Look at Nasdaq. Look at, gosh, this is killing so many people. I believe this can be killing so many people here. That is just so ancient. Now now check this out. Now this low is better now. Huh? This is way better than. Oh, look at that, man! Look at what has stopped. POC. Friday's POC. This law has been corrected. Now what remains questionable is the high. Huh. Look at this radio. Look at that Nasdaq. No, the high nor the low has been taking Nasdaq. It's back at yesterday's low. This is the same area from where the previous movement happened. Now it's not held back, now it's better. We are attempting to sell this market here. There can be a good movement out of this inside. Now we have balance inside balance here. Watch out for upside continuation. If there should be some upside acceleration if this high is taken, right? If that doesn't happen, the opposite is true. Becomes this other side becomes the immediate target, because if it doesn't have upside, the retracement can happen really fast. There's a lot of whipsaw here in this market. Look at this inventory here at this low here, man. Now these loans are very exposed here. Right? There's tremendous push here. You know, the short inventory from this period here. They are trying to push on what are they having is the question. What are they having? They are not having much, right? And if something happens here, if this one doesn't have downside continuation, this side here becomes a target. Remember also with this high, the overnight has it is 8 periods wide. So there's a lot of stops here. There's a lot of short, weak, questionable long, weak, questionable short inventory here from the overnight session and also from yesterday. Now this area, which was support, has fallen, right? The market has taken this area back. So I wouldn't be surprised if this one is taking as well. You know? I'm still negative here, but less than a point now. But the thing is, once we have identified the day, right? It's a rotational day, odds chop are high. That gives me something, right? That puts something on my plan. Is if I'm going to have something, my stops are going to be not that far, right? And I have to be ready to take profits, right? Or to move my stops to break even quick. Look at this high here. Look what Nasdaq is doing and what the ES is doing. Now I think the ES is holding. It's preventing the upside. Okay, this high been taken, so we have a breakout of inside bar. All right. Right there, right there. Look at that, man. This is just cool. All right. I guess unless you have any questions, I'm going to call it a day, and wish you guys a wonderful rest of the day. Look at this high. Exactly the POC, previous day POC. Look at this low and this POC. So there's a lot of back and forth here. So markets to the downside. There is no change in the ES, no change in the Dow, no there is a breakout in relative to yesterday in Russell. Okay guys, I hope you have a wonderful rest of the day. Stay safe. Hope I can see you another day. Bye bye.